destiny. It's my destiny and my purpose. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying to. You can grin up in my face all you want to, but if you don't line up with what God has said in my life, in fact, you're sitting up in here talking about being delivered from alcohol and being delivered from crack cocaine and being delivered from this and that and the other. But what you really need to be delivered from is people. Some of us, it took us 30 years to get over people and what they think and how they feel. Sooner or later, you've got to let them go and say, for God I'll live and for God I'll die. Say whatever you want. It's amazing to me. As long as Jesus was handing out fish sandwiches, he had a massive crowd, 5,000 men, not to mention the women and children, because people will love you as long as you're giving them what they want to eat. As long as he's walking on the water and raising the dead and turning water into wine so your party doesn't go bad, people love Jesus. As long as he was giving out the Beatitudes and the blessings, people love Jesus. As long as he was healing people sick of palsy, people love Jesus. As long as a woman with the issue of blood could touch the hem of his garment, people love Jesus. As long as he stopped the widow of Nain's funeral and touched her son and he got up, people love Jesus. As long as he opened up the blinded eyes of Bartimaeus, people love Jesus. But when he started being whipped and beaten and was no longer popular and ostracized, people walked off and left it. You will know who's really with you, not when you're having your crowd, but when you go through hell, then you can understand. My God, you'd be surprised how people will support you on your way up and drop you on your way down. Oh, they'll love you and drop all kind of wreaths and say, Hosanna, Hosanna. The palms are everywhere when they think you can give them a job. But when all of that shuts down, you don't see the 5,000 in the cross. There was a woman with the issue of blood at the cross. I don't know whether blind Bartimaeus was at the cross or not. People love you as long as you are giving them what they want. But when you're going through what you gotta go through, people will leave you. They will pull back from you and forsake you. But David said, when my mother and father forsake me, the Lord will take me up. I don't know who I'm preaching to tonight, but sometimes God will let folk forsake you so that you can see that he was with you all the time. He was there in the shadows. He was there in the jail cell. He was there in the hospital. He was there in the crisis. He was there in the deliver. You better start praising people and start thanking. I think one of the reasons it's so intimidating to talk about the cross is because the crowd is thinned out and the people have walked away. And there he comes to the cross with the weight of the world and the weight of sin upon his shoulders, for he became sin. He became sin. He didn't just carry it, he became it. He epitomized it. He embraced it. He became sin who knew no sin for us. It's amazing. They were telling me about this H1N1 serum. My doctor told me I got some of the serum. You need to come take it so you don't get H1N1. I said, okay. I said, what's in the serum, doc? He said, H1N1. And, I went to some school. I said, I just can't figure out if you're trying to keep me from getting it, why did you inject me with the same thing you're trying to keep me from getting? He said, but the serum is made from the bacteria. Christ was the serum for sin, but he became sin for us. He never told a lie, but he became a lie for us. He became murder for us. Every secret, nasty, dirty thing you ever did, he epitomized it for you, so that when God God judged him, he judged everything you're guilty about, everything you're worried about, everything you're ashamed of. Once and for all, he died with the weight of your mess and my mess on his back. It was not the nails that made the cross horrific. It was not the beating of him, though they beat him until one theologian says his entrails were hanging out. His insides and guts were coming out through the lacerations in his flesh. It was not the crown of thorns on his head, though the thorns were cut down into his cranium and blood clouded his ears until he could see his people only through the blood and sweat of the dark moment. Not even the piercing in his side when they cut through his holy side with their sharp and spearing weapon. It was the weight of your freakiness and my freakiness and your weakness and my weakness that drove him to the cross, having to embrace that he hated, that through him we might have the right to live. Shocked. God for himself. He had said to Abraham, I swear by myself. You'll notice that the giving of an oath is the end of all strife. And so you swear by some of your car or your house or something. He said, I look for something to swear by and finding nothing greater than myself. I swear by myself. But you see, when you swear by something, you put that thing on the line. And God swore by himself and put himself on the line, stripping down to 42 generations, pouring out his pre-existent glory, honor, and majesty, giving up his omnipresence, his omniscience, and his omnipotence, reducing himself down to his lowest common denominator. When he got down as low as he could go so that he would not bust Mary's womb wide open, he stepped over in her womb, wrapped himself up in flesh, and came out Emmanuel for us. And if that were not enough to leave the angels in if that were not enough to shake the very gates of heaven, he went to the cross. He went to the cross. It was shocking that he would be born of something he created. It was shocking that he would nurse at the breast and drink milk that he made. It was shocking that the Lord of glory would be born in a manger and wrapped in milk rags with nobody to witness it but sheep and oxen. But if that were not enough, that God went to the cross, not like a lion from the tribe of Judah, but behold, he goeth as a lamb to the shearers, and had the audacity to say, no man takes my life. I lay it down, and if I lay it down, the same one that laid it down will pick it back